DJ, I have a crazy world that I need your help to craft.
How crazy is it, Ezekiel?
It's so crazy. All right. I want you to imagine a world similar to ours, but there are these fog storms that roll across the world, and the fog is thick, like to the point where all you can see is maybe a outstretched hand in front of your face. Anything past that is just thick, deep fog. Um,
Vanilla ice
but
cream?
kind of. And I mean, the fog density can vary due to the coolness factor, because there's gonna be a lot of cool things involving this fog. What's interesting about this fog is it's very dangerous because things live within it. But when I say things, there are creatures and stuff, and there's also cities within it. The so what I want to do is that the secret about the fog is that when the fog is on a certain piece of land, as like the fog storm rolls across the country, people will go exploring into the fog, and they'll come back with stories of weird cities and weird peoples that they find, and that when the fog leaves that area of land, there's no city and there's no weird tribes, there's no weird people that are found. And there's these explorers that go into the fog. They also mention that in the fog lives these massive kind of titan type creatures that just loom in the fog. And sometimes if the fog, like lightning strikes, or the sun or the moon hits the fog just right, you can see the outline of a massive hulking titan just walking through the fog and lumbering, but they are never seen outside the fog. And so the world, and so this is the key. Wherever the fog is, it replaces the world with a parallel universe that is similar to the world. So basically, imagine a hilltop. It has grass on it, has trees on it. It's just growing. It's full of like greenery. If the fog rolls over that, now basically think of it like there's a parallel reality, and in this parallel reality that only exists within the fog, if the fog rolls over the hilltop, a massive city just starts sprawling. It's basically built inside it, basically built on top of the hilltop, like, but it's only within the fog. And so think of it like pockets of, how do I explain this right? Are you catching the vision though? Like
Like pocket dimensions?
you have pocket dimensions. Or it's like, pretend like the world, there's another world laid over it, like a second
Ooh,
world. Like it's like there's two worlds
almost
in
like
one.
Narnia.
Not really like Narnia. Narnia is like a separate one. This is like in your, like, let's imagine your backyard. If the fog rolls in your backyard, suddenly there's a well there, just a well, but only when the fog is there, because the fog reveals and manifest, or basically
Ooh,
opens up this other reality. So basically you have one world. Oh, and there's like two textures on it. But the other texture, you can only see the texture if somebody moves the sponge over it and like just cover and like wipes. And then when the texture dries, it goes back to its original texture. Pretend it's like a green world, and when the fog goes over it, it colors it red. But then when the color dries, it turns back green. And so I'm
I
doing
see.
that,
I
but
see.
like you're driving on a road, but then you drive into the fog and immediately you're on dirt. The road does not exist inside the fog, because the fog reveals you're basically in another world at that point. Another world laid over your world. Um to a point. What's interesting though is that people are not affected. And if the fog cannot get within a building, the inside of a building is not affected. Only outside the
Ooh.
building is affected. So let's say the fog is coming towards your city. You lock all the doors, you board all the windows, you keep the fog out of your house. if you were going to go out into the streets, what you would see maybe instead of being like a modernized or maybe like a stone house, your house would then become um, wooden and like a log house or a like almost like a different culture's house as you look at it. And if you let the fog and so, but people stay inside their house and so nothing changes. What's interesting about the fog is only the fog hunters or the fog adventurers will go in to it. So they're the only people that kind of know the reality of the fog because everybody hides from it because it's very dangerous. There are things within the fog that are dangerous.
Okay. How does the fog work exactly? Is it like I don't know, like a hurricane type thing where it has this area that it covers and it kind of just moves around?
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're kind of how the eye of the hurricane is calm and whatever, like the eye of the fog, the fog isn't so thick so you can actually
You
see
can
or
see.
what.
I like that.
It's basically just the perimeter is super thick, and then as you get closer to the center, it thins out.
I like it. That's actually really cool. And that makes me think that the fog, there's denser places and then there's less dense places. And so you could be in the fog and you look off and there's a super dense part of fog that you can't see and there's something hiding within it waiting like they're using it like a bush. They're hiding in the bush, but it's like thick fog. And as you get closer it jumps out and grabs you and pulls you into the fog, never to be seen again.
And eats you,
It eats you or you're trapped within the other universe, the parallel
or it
reality.
turns you into a fog monster.
Or it turns you into a fog monster. Maybe like
So all of the things in the fog, do they exist in the fog,
only
or
within the
do
fog.
they move with the fog?
No, they don't move with the fog. They only exist in the fog. You can only see them
So
when the
they,
fog is on them.
so basically, let me see if I get this right. You have two existing universes or worlds that exist on the same space, basically.
Yes.
And you can only see the one when the fog is over it.
You can only see the
Almost like
one.
if you take two pieces of paper
Mhm.
and you lay one on top of the other and then you shine a light on the bottom and you can see what's on the second piece of paper, but only the spot that the light is on.
Only the spot that the light is on. Similar to that, another example would be: have you ever seen somebody there? I can't remember what I saw. Basically, it was a student that took notes in blue ink and in red ink, and they got the old 3D glasses. And so if they looked through the red lens, they could see all of the blue ink. That's how it was because all the red ink blended in. So basically, it looked like it just looked like a mess. Like it was just a mesh of like notes. Like numbers were on top of other numbers. Like you couldn't tell what the notes were until you looked through the blue lens and saw all the red text and the other blue lens disappeared. And then when you look through the blue lens, all the blue text disappeared and you can see the red text. So it would be like, yeah, like a filter or basically, or similar to like what you were saying. Or
See, this is a cool idea.
what's another example? What's another example? It would be like seeing
That's a
something
pretty
invisible.
interesting.
Like
Yeah.
if you could look through this lens, like let's say there was an invisible person like standing outside, and you pull, but you can only see him if you look through these goggles. Like you can only see
Yeah.
invisible things if you look through these goggles, or the fog passes over him, and you can see. Then he's like revealed. Oh no, this is a good example. Like, have you ever like shot a laser and then like shown it through? Like you can only see the dot of the laser, but you can't see the beam until you put it through fog,
Mhm.
and you can see the entire beam. The
Oh,
beam exists, but you can't see it.
oh, that's a good example. It has to do with fog.
Has to do with fog. So, but
So
this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
what kind of effect on the world does this fog have?
It doesn't. Oh, so the effect that it has is that if you live in a city and the fog rolls over the city, you don't want to go outside. There are things outside. You want to keep the fog out of your house as well, because sometimes if the fog can get it within your house, it might reveal something that's in there. Maybe a beast, or let's say like
I don't want to know what's in there.
but you don't like it's as the fog kind of rolls over. Let's say you have like a lamp on a table and the fog rolls over the lamp. The lamp vanishes and is replaced with a vase with like ancient art on it. And then the fog kind of disappears and the vase disappears with it and the lamp is back. Two realities, one
Okay.
space.
So, but the reality is only affected by the fog. So if you have a weird creature in your house, say, you can only, do anything if the fog is in the house, right?
Yes, only if there's fog. He must
So does
exist
it
within the fog.
exist when there's, oh, wait, so is there, so there's basically, I've been thinking about this whole time from this perspective of our world, but I guess there's another world out there where there's another fog cloud going around
I think
that has
I think it would actually be
stuff
opposite.
from our world.
I think it would be everything is fog. And oh no, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're completely right. I caught your vision. I caught your vision. They have the same thing going on that parallels the other world. And that would be crazy. Like they switch places. Like
Yeah.
where you see the vase, the lamp is now, and they see the lamp. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
So then instead of all of this, like legends of weird creatures and titans and wood cities and things like that, they have all these legends of like metal buildings and magical lightning and like electricity and all these things.
I like
It's
it.
just
I just
it's equal and opposite sort of.
it's equal and
Almost like
opposite.
they're just as afraid of the fog as we would be in the real world.
I want to do something trippy. I want to explore a concept in the
Like
fantasy.
people get switched and they somehow get permanently switched instead of just switched when the fog is there.
I like it, and I want to explore that even more. I definitely want to explore that more.
What
But
were you gonna say?
I was gonna run across an idea. What if in the fog world, their world is completely fog, and then there is these open, basically these clear spots that roam around the world, basically paralleling the
That's
storms, and where the clear spots are, you find that, like you said, a technologically advanced society, similar to like our world currently.
so it would almost be like there was this fog world and then someone cut out the circle of fog and took it over to our world. And then those two places switched places almost. And
Yes.
then, ooh, that's spooky.
Isn't that crazy? All right, I want to go to that crazy idea you just said. Um, you have these two people that switch places, or one person gets trapped. All right, so what if we have a fog explorer and he goes into the fog, but okay, all right, bet. I just got an idea. All right, there's this fog explorer and he's been camping out on a hilltop for about 2 weeks. He's waiting for the fog storm to show up. And as it shows up, he's hiding in his tent. But once it like covers him up, he unzips his tent and he steps out onto a bustling street. He's no longer in the forest. He's in the middle of a city. And I guess originally my thought was it was like an old abandoned world where like an ancient cataclysm had happened. So there was like mystery. Maybe there is.
I like that.
but they're still
It's
like
like
more of
a
a fantasy.
post-apocalyptic world.
Like, but post
That
apocalypse.
the
Go ahead.
apocalypse happened in like the eight 800
I like your
BC.
fantasy concept. Like this world, there's magic involved, and there's creatures, and it's very vague. We don't know what's going on. I'm not going to build a whole magic system for it. Um, but it might be cool. We might get to building a magic system for it.
Could be cool.
Um, but like he walks out on this bustling street, like cobblestone on streets, and all the buildings are completely fine. It's just there's no people. He has
Oh,
he has heard of other explorers that have ran into existing civilizations with like a tribe here and there, or they've met other sentient life that looks very similar to humans but somewhat different. Like it's like a people from a different time or a different world. Um, but as he walks around and he like goes into one of these like ancient houses and he's just exploring and he finds a vase and he captures it and he finds or like he basically he's treasure hunting. He's a fog treasure hunter. He's finding treasure and he gets back. Oh, dude, how? So basically, if a person, so let's say you want like me and you, we're in the fog. Our bodies are still tied to our reality. So that means when the fog rolls away, we stay in the one reality. Only humans can do this. Or do we want to allow it to like he can have like a dog? The dog can also come with him. And so, or okay, new plan. New.
all right. I'm
All right,
listening.
we'll take care of the dog idea later. All right, so he finds a native in distress, and he sees that this weird hulking creature is after the native, and he rescues just to create it spicy. He finds it's a woman, and he saves her. Yeah, haha. From this creature. Like the treasure hunter, he has a gun. He has a gun because that's what. And he pulls out his pistol and he shoots, and the bullets go into the creature, but the creature's flesh is so thick that he can't seem to do it until can't seem him to just kill it until he puts the creature like pins him down and opens his mouth and snarls at him. But as he opens his mouth, he shoots the gun inside of his mouth and up into the cranium, and the creature falls on top of him, pinning him to the
Head
ground.
explodes.
And then the native girl comes and pulls the creature off of him, and she talks in a language that he does not understand. Like, yeah, how she like push. I don't know. He pulls her out. We'll figure it out. Will this cast somebody that's really strong?
Leverage.
Leverage. She uses leverage and gets him out from underneath.
Leverage.
And she starts telling
How
him,
smart she is.
yeah. She's like starts talking to him, and he doesn't understand anything that she's saying. And she just starts talking to him like she's trying to like communicate something really, really, really important. And then the fog leaves, and he's left alone in the middle of the woods. But he has a feeling like he has to get back. He has to get back to that point and find out why she was in such distress.
Oh, because he's in love now and he has to figure
Oh,
out
absolutely.
to help her. He can't just leave her alone to die an uncertain death. He has to get there and help her do whatever she's
Dude,
doing.
she lives in his head rent free for the next week. He goes into town, he buys food, he's living out there, and he waits for the next fog bank to roll around. And as it comes, he's now back in the city. Cobblestone streets, ancient houses, all in pristine shape, but no people.
And the skeleton of the thing he killed.
Did he rot away that quick?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Because
Yeah, maybe there's something
some
up
other
there.
things probably ate it, and I don't know. But there needs to be something to show that
Yeah, time has passed.
significant amount of time has passed.
Do you think there should be a time dilation, like a time difference?
Oh, like a minute here is an hour there or something.
Yes.
Like Narnia?
Similar to a Narnia. Good ideas are good ideas, and we would like to use them.
No idea is original, so they say. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Maybe not.
Maybe not. So
That
maybe
would
like
explain
a week for him
that would
is
explain the difference technologically, because our world is the faster one.
maybe is like a week for them is a day. Oh, sorry, a week for us is a day for them. And as he gets back, like you see that the creature is like somewhat been like chewed on by other animals and stuff.
That's a good idea, because now the body shows that it hasn't been a significant amount of time, but he's
Yeah.
like, it's been a week or a month or however long, and it should be more decayed than that.
Yeah. Then what happens? Then what happens? You gotta tell me what happens.
Well, what was her deal? Why was she like uh talking to him in a different language and doing whatever she was doing?
That's
Who
a
is
great.
she? Where is she from?
Yeah.
Where are her people?
Dude, these are all things we must
There
explore.
are all these questions that he has. He has to find her. He's a tracker, right? I would assume so.
Yeah.
So
He's
he
professional.
probably finds her tracks and starts tracking her to her village, to her people, wherever that may be, further into the fog.
Further into the fog. As he like
He
walks.
probably gets captured.
He gets captured.
I would think he would get captured because he's kind of distracted, and these people who live in the fog, they have to survive against these titans and these creatures and these giant flathead trolls and
Mm-hmm.
all of these things. So I have to imagine they have some traps out there.
He gets
Food, if
wrapped.
nothing else.
As he begins to explore the city, he steps on a trap. As a rope tightens around his ankle, he's pulled to the side and then upwards. He hangs upside down as savages come out of the shadows, or actually out of the thicker fog. And then they time down. What's going on?
I like this, except here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's what I'm thinking.
Make it better.
We have a city here, right?
Yes. It's abandoned.
The city is abandoned.
Yeah.
How did said city get abandoned? And why would people living around said city not live in said city?
Maybe it's cursed. Maybe the city is cursed. Remember, there was an apocalypse that happened.
Exactly. An apocalypse that happened, the city is cursed, whatever it may be.
That's where the
people would want to avoid said city. Why? Because it's haunted.
It's haunted. And maybe
whether it is or not.
Maybe the monsters in the city were once the inhabitants that lived there.
And then mutated.
Maybe that was the curse.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe as he breaks into a house, there's a family still in there, but they are no longer resembling humans. But they resemble monsters.
The people are part of the city, almost like Pirates of the Caribbean, part of the crew, part of the ship.
The way, like, they're like, what do you mean? Like, there's stone walls, and you see somebody like break themselves out of the stone wall. Like his hand is made of stone, His face is made of stone.
Exactly like that.
And then they grab people and they pull them into the stone, and the stone covers their mouth, and they suffocate and die within the walls.
Them. Exactly.
And so the only people that go in the city.
Why?
The only.
Have a death wish.
Yeah. So we got savages, and for some reason, this one woman. But why? Why is the question? And so he's captured. He's captured by these savages. He's tied to a stake, because that's what you do when you get captured. They tie your feet and your hands to the stake, and they hang you upside down. They put the stake on two guys' shoulders, and then they hike you to their camp outside the city, where it's safer.
And then they talk about burning you alive to eat.
Mm-hmm. As like they're
And then
walking,
you have to convince them to not to.
they're like pulling out salt bricks and they're rubbing it on your skin to flavor you up because they're cannibals.
Exactly.
And when you
Exactly. And then she comes out and she's like, no, you can't kill him or eat him. He saved my life.
no, she's not a cannibal. She's from a different tribe. They need
He's
to be
from a different tribe.
yeah.
I got it.
No, because nobody likes cannibals. Cannibals are bad guys.
Okay.
They eat
No,
people.
absolutely. I agree completely. Okay.
We don't
Here's
want
what
it. I mean,
happened.
if maybe she like
She's from a neighboring tribe.
or she's a vegetarian cannibal. Okay, continue.
That what? She sees that he got captured, and she goes to the people of her tribe, and she's like, "Hey, this guy saved my life from this giant troll, flathead troll that was chasing me,
Mhm.
and we have to go save him from the neighboring cannibals." And then, just as they're about to set fire to the stake, all of these other people come out and start attacking the cannibals because the Nikita he saved,
Mhm.
you know, rallied her people.
Rallied her people.
Maybe she has some sort of, I don't know.
What?
Maybe she knows someone, or maybe she. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why she would be.
Maybe she's the
city
daughter of the chief
if
of her village, and she goes to a father. She goes, "Father, the man who saved my life, the one I told you about, has returned, and he was captured by those horrible cannibals. We must save him. I owe him a life debt." Yeah, something like that. Is that what we're going for?
yeah, we can go with that.
We can go
A
with
little
that.
cliche, but
Yeah.
it just seems. Hey, since we're going with that, why don't we throw in a scene where she's like, where her father's like, "No, we're not doing that," and she's like, "If you won't do it, then I'll do it," and she tries to run off by herself, and then he's like, fine, okay."
I love it. We're definitely doing what you just we're definitely doing the second one.
She's a brat, and
A rebel.
that's what she does.
That's what she does. That's what she does. She was always the black sheep, and so that's exactly what happens. And then they go and they save him.
Yeah.
But then while they're saving them, they attract a massive creature. That why they're like after they get him free from the fire pit, and out of the fantasy woods comes this giant creature. It's a giant rat the size of an elephant. It's got big whiskers and giant teeth, and it grabs one of the cannibals and swallows them, and then grabs one of the village people and eats them and breaks them in half. And they have to fight him. What are we thinking? We like the giant rat? It's too much. Oh, and then
I a strap. Throw some
muskrat.
tusks on him.
Oh, tusk rat.
Throw some horns on him.
Yep.
And give him a giant spike ball tail.
Oh, dude, even better. Giant spikeball tail rat. I wanted to put like an old harness on him that's been teared and torn. And he has a brand on the side of him. Like he was once an ancient war rat that they would take into battle, but has long been forgotten, abandoned by his once. Yeah, so he's got like a brand on him of like an eye looking over the open wings of a phoenix. A blazing eye over the open wings of a phoenix.
Was he taken care of or was he abused? Because I'm just
definitely abused.
Okay.
Definitely scarred.
Okay, so he's just trying to destroy everything he sees then.
Any penguin
at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
full of anger and hate.
Full of anger and hate. Like he's got to take the lightsaber and strike everybody down. Full of it. Full of anger and hate. All right, so our main character,
Star Wars reference.
It's got to be in every one. The main character pulls out his gun and shoots him in the face. The rat falls to the ground.
He has a gun.
He has a gun. He's a gun.
And then everyone, we're just going with a bunch of cliches here. Everyone just starts worshiping him because they're like, oh, he has the thunder stick.
He has the thunder stick. I love it. I love it. And then the fog rolls away. Okay, continue. We don't know what that.
Standing in the field by himself.
Yeah. He's standing in the field by himself.
That would be pretty funny.
But no, you didn't want to go with that. Yeah, let's go with something different.
This moment where he pulls out his gun
Mm-hmm.
to shoot the rat. He's out of ammo because he shot all of it at the flathead troll.
Yeah, but he had a week. He had like a week to reload it.
Yeah.
So you say he didn't want to
spend. He didn't want to spend too much time in town because he didn't want to miss the fog roll. And
maybe the fog is random, so you always got to be there.
Give me food, and that's all.
Yeah. But I mean, he's a treasure fog hunter. He's got bullets.
He had googly eyes for this girl he just met. Okay.
Oh, you're right. He was a fool. He was a fool.
In love.
He was a fool in love.
Yes. Okay, well, maybe his gun malfunctions or it gets knocked out of his hand or something.
Maybe he fires the gun and it doesn't kill the rat. And he shoots all of his bullets. And it goes click, 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 click.
And he's like, why do I even carry these? They don't pierce anything.
They don't shoot anything in this world.
He has to.
Oh, I have a
spear. And there's an epic moment where he runs up the rat's tail and jumps and stabs the rat through the face hole.
Through the face hole.
The rat dies.
All right, okay. I want to do a running joke that's going to have a huge payoff later. All right.
Okay.
Every time he gets in a fight, he's going to pull out his gun. He's going to shoot the creature. It's not going to do anything. And he's got to go, dang, I need to get a bigger gun. Okay? We do this for seasons until like the last, and like the creature comes up and he pulls out a gun and shoots it, and the bullet goes like straight through the bone and like into the brain, and he goes, I got a bigger gun. And that's the payoff.
I can just see that now. It's perfect. The creature is coming at him and he just pulls out like a bazooka or like a minigun or something, and he's just like, I finally got a bigger gun.
He pull out a 300 windmill,
lights it up, and it just
revolver. He holds it with both hands really tight, and he fires.
And it just explodes the head of the creature.
It's like, I got a bigger gun. All right, we're going to save that for later. We're going to put that on the shelf. We're going to come back to that.
All right. Put it on the shelf.
All right, so he
leave it there.
Continues. So the gun doesn't work, essentially. Then what happens?
And he kind of does that thing where he looks around for another weapon.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He finds a spear,
and
then he stabs it right in the face hole.
Right in the face hole. And he dies. And everybody's like, whoa, he's so cool.
And then they all cheer because now they have something to eat.
Delicious. Rat flesh.
It's not cannibalism.
And it's not cannibalism. I mean, they're not cannibals. Unless
exactly.
Unless they're vegan cannibals.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, it is. You're a cannibal that only eats vegans.
What?
Let's just say there's not a lot of vegans out there. Or maybe they don't taste very good.
Okay. Well, we're not going to talk about that anymore.
We're not going to bring that up again. Vegan cannibals. That's the same thing as a vegetarian cannibal.
So now the chief is indebted to the...
Twice.
What's his name for this guy?
We're going to name him Reggie.
She'll call him
Reggie.
I like it.
Really? Really, you like it? That was the first thing that popped in my head.
Reggie.
Right.
And he's like, you saved my life. You saved my daughter.
He can't understand them, though.
And as the chief is telling him and commending him, the fog rolls away, and he's
left
in a field by himself.
Stuck in a field by himself.
And she's like, ugh. This is so annoying.
Okay. So we need a way for him to get trapped in the fog world, or the fog world to get or somebody from the fog world to get trapped in his world, in our world.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which do you think is more interesting?
I think they would both. I bet we could make both of them interesting
I bet we could too.
because there's fog world that has
I
this
think Here's
post-apocalyptic.
what I think. All right. He gets trapped in fog world.
Okay.
Then, when we're done with him being in fog world, he comes back to the real world with her, whoever she might be. And then she is trapped in the real world.
Now we're ripping off Brandon Sanderson.
What? Okay, I honestly don't know what you're talking about, but I
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah. I am taking a bunch of fog, but fog is cool. I'm gonna say he ripped it off from the world. I'm making it a little bit different. He's done a couple stories along these kind of this lines and stuff. And
I mean, just because
but
we're using fog, he doesn't have a.
but his are not like this one. There's enough. We're not gonna get copyright infringement for this. And good ideas.
He uses fog and we use fog doesn't mean it's copyright. You can't copyright fog.
I know. But yeah, I'm just saying good ideas are good ideas.
This is true.
Good ideas are good ideas. Great minds think alike. All right, back to it. So they switch places.
We'll switch places.
You told me that the fantasy person, so the fantasy cathedra. I don't know how you said what it is. The fantasy damsel in distress and Reggie switch places. Is that what's happening?
That's what I was saying.
All right, what were you saying?
All right, so Reggie gets stuck in fog world.
Okay.
And he's in fog world with the chick.
Yeah.
Whoever she might be.
Yeah.
And then when he's done being in fog world, when he saves the day and sets the tribe free or ends the curse or whatever we have him do, he will go back to the real world with Lufanda. And then she will be stuck in the real world with Reggie. Or without Reggie. We could have Reggie stay in the fog world.
I was thinking,
and then he has to figure out a way to get back to the real world to save LaFonda.
Maybe true love's kiss brings your love back to your world. I don't know. We do some like super, what's it called?
We're gonna have to stop
symbolism.
Calling it fog world and start calling it cliche world.
Look, it's not that we're doing cliches just to help us along. We're not bound to any of these cliches. They're filler. We're putting filler in here. This happens and this happens. We're gonna come back. We're gonna make it better. All we're doing is filler right now. But I had another idea.
Shoot.
Okay, you know how there's these fog treasure hunters?
Yeah.
In the fantasy world, there are the clear space hunters, and they live in fog world, and it's like just like you said, somebody scooped out a piece of fog and it sets on our world and it runs around randomly where nobody can track it. That's why you have to like camp out at places. I decided just now. Just now. And so there's these people that will go and find where there's no fog and it's just open space. And in this open space, there's like advanced civilization. And that even in our world, there's these stories of these random people that would show up, but only people. Like animals and like creatures don't transfer. Like all these titans that walk around in fog world, they can't go out of the fog. They're bound to the fog. But these people will go and they'll be walking in the middle of a street as like a car like slams on its brakes and then honks at them as they're carrying their spear and like their animal pelt clothing, and they like back up and they start poking the car like they think it's a beast, and they poke a tire and it explodes and they get scared and run away.
Uh-huh.
Wait, I gotta think about this concept a little bit more. All right, so they're laid over each other. You have fog world, and inside fog world, it's clear world.
Transfer from one world to another world.
Can things transfer from one world to another world?
Right, because here's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Oh, yes, they can, because that's where the treasure hunters exist.
He's a fog hunter.
Yeah.
He goes into the fog. What's he looking for?
Treasure.
He's looking for treasure. He finds treasure. He brings it out of the fog.
He brings it back. He brings it out of the fog. So that means if it's in your possession.
So all right, we'll call him Neil. Neil is a fog world dweller.
Mm-hmm.
Comes over to the real world. Okay.
Yeah.
So Neil comes to the real world and he sees this car. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy gets out of the car and starts yelling at Neil, and Neil just pushes the guy out of the way.
Doesn't understand what Neil doesn't understand what he's saying. It's a different language.
Right. He doesn't know what he's saying. But he's like, I like this car. I don't know what it is, but I want it. So he gets in the car and starts driving.
He doesn't know what a car is, though. How does he know how to drive? He thinks it's a beast.
Just play along.
All right, I'm playing along. So Neil Grand Theft Auto's this car.
He's very smart, and he sees what's going on, and he's like, okay, I push this thing, it goes, I push this thing, and it stops.
He figures it out. He's very, very intuitive. He starts clicking buttons, he figures it out.
Exactly. So he goes, and he leaves the clear space back into the fog world.
He drives back into the fog because he's done this multiple times. He's examined. He knows how the cars work. He stole a car. He stole a car. He stole a car.
And drove it into fog world.
And he gets back to his house. And then he gets back to his house. And there's already a golf cart there. There's a stuffed alligator. There's like golf clubs. There's a futon couch in the corner.
Scene from Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. My stuff. And he's like, he's collected. He's a fog collector. He's not a treasure hunter. He's a collector. Okay, it's a difference.
Exactly. And now he has a car.
He's always wanted a car. He figured out the golf cart. He knew the car could work the same. So he goes to the fog world. Right. All right. So I'm struggling with something.
Into park, and so he just like drives it up against a tree and just lets it sit there.
He just lets it sit there.
Okay. What are you struggling with?
So I'm struggling with this. If the clear places in fog world are where the fog is in our world, wouldn't that mean that in our world nobody is outside? Everybody's just kind of trapped inside. They've locked themselves inside their house. They're just staying in their car because they know the fog only lasts like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Sometimes it stops. Like it's random. You really don't know, but on average, 30 minutes to an hour, it'll blow over. So that means when our fog collector is walking around our world, would it be like that there's nobody there?
Oh, wait.
Because we're all inside. We're all hiding inside our houses. Like, we're not going out into the fog. There's dangerous things.
No, you're talking about Neil, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Neil.
Yeah, where Neil isn't where the fog is.
Yeah. Oh, so it would be... Yeah, but we are where the fog is, and we have trapped ourselves inside our houses to keep the fog out. Right. Otherwise, if the fog came in, Neil could see us. Or if you go out into the fog, then Neil can see you. So you have a guy, and he's trying to drive home, and the fog rolls over. And as the fog rolls over, he sees a man in the streets, and it's Neil. And then Neil kicks him out of his car, and he jumps into the car and drives away.
Okay.
Something like that.
And the fog is in the car. That's why the car exists in the fog world.
Mm-hmm. Well, so basically, Neil sees a clear world as we see a fog world. Like, we're seeing two different... Dude, it's almost like we're teleporting two things. We're replacing two things.
But they can't exist simultaneously in the same place.
They can't exist simultaneously in the same place. It replaces it. It swaps places.
Right. Okay, so if the fog in our world and the clear in fog world are the same places, then
we get teleported to the fog world where it's in the clear, where it's clear. Right? Is that correct? Is my thinking correct?
Hang on,
I know.
I'm thinking that they're two different places. So let's just say, as a non-specific geographical location, let's say that the fog is in the Americas and the clear is in
Americas.
Europe.
No, they mimic each other. They follow the same place. Because fog world is nothing but fog except for these clear places. And the clear places follow where the fog is at. Just like you said, somebody scooped out the fog and then placed it on our world. And basically...
Right. But if everything in the fog is teleported to the clear in the fog world, that doesn't...
And wherever the fog touches, it teleports it to fog world. And wherever...
There'd basically be no difference.
What do you mean there'll be no difference? So if the clear is where a city was, there would be where... So basically, let's take our mountain that has the city on it. It only has a city on it when there's fog on it, because that's where the city is in the fog world.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. If Neil is in a city...
Yeah.
And the clear rolls over him,
mm-hmm.
He is now in the real world, in the same city, right?
If there's a city there.
Right.
In the real world. Geographically.
So now he's in the real world.
Yeah.
In the city from his world.
Wait, say that again.
So
say it again.
The only way for him to be... Okay, I think I missed something. What gets transported to a new world? People?
People are the only...
Stuff?
People are the only things that can remain. Basically, everywhere everything that the fog touches moves over. So basically, let's take our forest. In this forest in fog world, there's a city built there. In our world, there's a forest. So if the clear rolls over the city disappears and it is replaced with a forest.
I see.
You know what? I mean, we made this way too complicated.
I think we did.
Because now I have way more.
Reggie.
All right. New idea. The clear is its own separate thing. It doesn't follow where the fog is at. They're two things. There are two things going on.
Okay.
They don't lay over each other because it fixes all of my problems.
All right.
The clear does its own thing.
So basically, what is this a TV show? I'm thinking
TV show. We'll probably have a couple of spin-off movies.
All right. So basically, the show is going to follow Reggie in Fog World and Neil
discovering the secret
world.
Yes.
And then, as towards the end of the season, probably, or the show, or whatever, Neil is going to be in his house with all this stuff from the real world, and Reggie is going to show up at Neil's house, and they will join forces.
Join forces? I think they should be
Yes.
enemies for the first season, and then they join forces on the second season.
Okay, we can do that.
Just to create some dynamic
They
here.
can meet, and then Reggie will be like, "Where'd you get all this stuff?" And you'll be like, "I found it." And then
Found it.
Reggie will be like, "I don't think this belongs to you." And Neil will be like, "It does now. What are you gonna do about it, big man?" And Reggie will be like, "I'm gonna cut your head off." And then it'll be like, "Wow, that escalated quickly." I mean, that really got out of hand.
Straight to death threats? Whoa.
Right?
We could talk about this
Come on,
first.
Reggie.
Don't we want to like punch it out first? Like we got other options. It's like we could play knockout or pass out. Like what do you which one do you want?
We don't have to get blood involved yet.
All right, so I don't think that's a good enough reason for them to be enemies. We need to come up with like a good reason. Like maybe Neil kidnaps the what was it? Shonda. LaShonda. He kidnaps LaShonda. Now,
that would be
Neil is LaShonda's brother, and Neil doesn't like Reggie because he likes his sister. Boom.
He says, "She's all googly eyes when you're around, and I don't like that."
I don't like you.
Get lost, Reggie.
The fact we still haven't figured out why you can understand me.
Yeah.
They speak in different languages.
He learns.
He learns the language.
He learns. Yeah.
All right.
I don't think that'd be too difficult for him to learn.
So the first season is basically going to follow these two characters and their escapades. Actually, it's going to follow Neil's escapades into our world as he follows the clear around. Reggie is going to follow the fog around. And maybe there's multiple fog storms that kind of flow around the earth. So there can be more than one. And so that on the chances of having a fog roll on is like in a week, you'll probably get covered in fog at least once, maybe twice, 3 times if it's crazy, 4 times if it's a fluke, and 5 times if the fog hates you. So you only have like 1 day of like you're not hiding inside your house, or 2 days. And so, following these people around, Reggie's trying to figure out what happened to the civilization, who cursed the land, why is this world the way it is, and then Neil is just doing escapades. Neil actually might become my favorite.
Going into the real world and stealing stuff.
Neil breaks into a Radio Shack. He sees a robot. It waves to him. It's just one of those wavy robots. He kills it, of course.
Says, "I must have it." Or he thinks it's a threat. He's like, "Are you threatening me?"
He's threatening.
Stabs it in the face.
Sir, Comic-Con hasn't happened yet. I don't know why you're wearing what you're wearing, but your tribe's uniform is not dress code. It's like this guy.
Party is down the road.
It's like I didn't think they were doing a what's it called when I didn't think LARP camp
the circus was in town.
I didn't think LARP camp had started yet. It's like, sir, can I help you with something? Neil's like, I want everything, but mainly your geek glasses. And he steals the guy's geek glasses.
But the guy doesn't understand him.
He doesn't understand. It's like, man, you're really into character
languages.
It'll be so good. I almost think I'd like Neil more and just following him around in our world.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty interesting.
And so you have this, and also we didn't even talk about like the magic system. We were gonna keep it vague. Does Neil have magic?
We can keep it vague. Not in the real world.
Not in the real world. That's right. The magic only exists in Magic World.
Yeah.
Fog world.
It'd be like if you took a cell phone to Fog World,
Mhm.
you could still have the cell phone, but you wouldn't have any reception or anything like that.
Yeah, there's no towers.
Exactly. There are no magic towers.
No magic
in the real
towers.
world,
Yeah.
so
Or
you
like,
don't get any magic
if you
reception.
have a magic rune stone that allows you to do something, it cannot be recharged in our world. Like once you use it, it just
Sure.
dies.
Yeah. Like if your cell phone battery dies in Fog World, then
Yeah,
it's dead.
it's dead.
You can't charge it.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Alrighty.
This was good stuff. Any other good ideas? Any sweet ideas? What are some other ideas you've been thinking of that we can talk about next time?
Just to see what happens. I had this idea about space adventure epic.
Space adventure epic?
An epic space adventure epic.
An epic space adventure? Is it, should we call it Track Star?
No, we could call it
What about
Health.
What about War Stars? We could call it War Stars. That seems like a sweet name. Really, it's like original, super cool, good and catchy.
No, we're gonna call it
War
Hat Space, actually.
Hat Space.
Yeah.
I have so many questions, but I'm going to save you all find out all of my questions
Next week.
Tune in next time. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, we could do sponsors. We could just say goodbye.
Sponsors.
I think we should do sponsors.
What's the sponsor?
We're sponsored by Incredible Quest, a D&D type game. It's a D20 actually system. It allows you to have complete creative freedom to an extent, but it's really, really fun. Its release date is 2027. Currently, it's the running release date, but you always know how those work in game industries. We also have a book author.
Yes, we have an author named Nathan Wayne, and he wrote a book called The Divided Kingdom of Sunland, and it's on Amazon, and it's about these two thieves who are hired by a king to do what they do best,
Eating
to
stuff.
gather information.
Mhm.
And it's full of action and adventure and perilousness and monsters and miracles and torture and revenge.
Oh my goodness.
All sorts of stuff.
So-
Twists and turns. Give it a read. It's on Amazon. The Divided Kingdom of Sunland. Nathan Wayne.
Love it. Well, thanks everybody for listening. My name's Ezekiel.
And I'm DJ. Tune in
You guys-
next time to find out what Hat Space is.
I have so many questions. All right. Bye, everybody.